Welcome to the IB Business and Management course. I'm Mr. Burton. Hope you're watching this on ibbusinessandmanagement.com, your one-stop place where it's solely devoted to the IB Business and Management course. We are going to kick off with topic 1, business organisation and environment, the very first topic in the IB Business Management course. And the first topic within the topic of business organisation and environment is the nature of business activity. So that's what we'll be running through today. 1.1, the nature of business activity. Again, I'm Mr. Burton, author of ibbusinessandmanagement.com. I hope you're watching this video embedded there. If not, get over there, have a look. Very, very, very valuable teaching and learning resource. Okay, let's not waste any more time. Into it. The very start of the course. What is a business? Now, the definition here, decision-making organisation involved in the process of using inputs to produce goods and to provide services, and we call these the outputs. Now, inputs are anything that we need to use to create our product. So within that, the building, the factory, the land, the labour, the capital resources, the money we have to put into the business, the marketing of that product, everything involved to produce our output or our product, our good or service that we're producing. Now, inputs are defined as resources, and we can classify them as being labour, capital, raw materials, anything like that, anything used in the production process. Outputs, the product. Inputs go in, outputs come out, and some sort of business process goes on in the middle, transforming our inputs into the final goods or services that we're providing. Goods and services. Goods are physical products. You can actually touch them. Physical, the tangible. Intangible products, can't touch them. So an example there would be a haircut. You can't touch a haircut. You can't touch it. Goods and services are traded in the marketplace, and the marketplace is defined as a place or process where buyers, these are our customers, and sellers meet to trade. Customers buy a product. This is an important distinction. Customers buy a product and consumers use a product. So for example, your mum and dad might buy your school uniform. They're the customers. You are the consumer of the school uniform. You're the one that actually uses the product. A definite distinction that you need to be aware of, the difference between a customer and the consumer. Customers buy, consumers use. We've got different types of goods and services that we need to make a distinction between. The first being consumer goods. These are goods that are sold to you and me, the general public. And the second type of good are capital goods or producer goods. So goods that are purchased by businesses and then used to make other goods or services. Consumer goods, capital goods. Consumer goods are what we are definitely most familiar with. These are the goods that we see every day in the shops, supermarkets, on the internet around us, right? Capital goods, the goods we are probably less aware of. These are goods that you'll find within businesses, and they are being used to make other goods. Now, if businesses cannot take their inputs and create some value in their outputs, then they're not going to make any profit, right? All businesses need to make some sort of value added. This is the difference between the inputs, the cost of production, and the value of the outputs, i.e. how much the goods and services are sold to customers for. Now, if there's no value added, then businesses can't cover their production costs. And ideally, you need to more than cover your production costs. You need to cover your production costs plus make a little bit of additional income on top your profit. And that's exactly without value added we can't make profit. With value added, this is how profit is made. And the definition of profit is sales revenue less the cost of production. How much you are selling your goods for, how many you're selling, and how much is it costing you to produce these and get them ready to market. And your very first Hong textbook question 1.1.1 on page 6. Opportunity cost in business. Opportunity cost is such an important concept. We define it as being the best alternative foregone when making a decision. And it's a really, really, really important concept to get your head around. We'll run you through an example here. Emma is employed as a pharmacist and is earning a salary of $90,000. She's thinking about quitting this job, taking her savings of $500,000 to open her own pharmacy. Now she's forecasting that she'll be able to produce about $100,000 in profit per year. And if we take that $500,000, that $500,000 is earning $100,000 in profit, we can say that's a 20% return on investment, right? Well, not really. Sure, if it was only the $500,000 that was generating that $100,000 in profit, then that would definitely be a 20% return on her investment. But the opportunity cost is being ignored. And that is that money that she's earning on the bank on her $500,000 already. So perhaps she's earning 5 or 10% on that money in the bank as well. So she's ignoring that returns already. And she's ignoring the fact that she has to give up $90,000 in salary that's going to be foregone to actually pursue her own business. So here we are, the opportunity costs have been spelled out in this decision. 3 to think of: the salary given up, the interest on his savings, perhaps that's 6% on the $500,000. And in addition, there could be extra hours involved, less holidays. People that own their own businesses, people that work their own businesses tend to be incredibly busy. So the salary given up, the interest on her savings, and the extra time involved that she'll need to work now are all examples of the opportunity cost for this particular decision. Now, good business people, wise, savvy business people have to weigh opportunity costs when making decisions all of the time. All of the time. For example, if we wanted to increase our marketing budget to boost sales, we might then not have enough finance to be able to hire an extra salesperson. So the opportunity cost of pumping more money into the marketing department is not being able to hire additional people to sell our product for us. So decision has been made. What's the next best opportunity that could be used to get the goal that we wanted? The opportunity cost of developing product X may not being able to develop product Y. So product Y is the opportunity cost of deciding to produce product X. Presumably product Y would be profitable, but in evaluating this decision, it's the next best alternative, so product X has been assessed to be more profitable perhaps than product Y. Reducing costs by opening a Philippine call centre. Now, definite savings being made there, but perhaps the opportunity cost of that is losing some of your customers who are unhappy with the new experience, unhappy with their calls being handled by someone outside the country, someone who may not know their situation as well. So cost savings, perhaps the opportunity cost of outsourcing is losing some of your customers. Okay, let's have a look at the role of profit. Now, profit is the primary motivator behind businesses. All businesses would be aiming to make a profit. Even non-profits, funnily enough, will be aiming to make a profit. We call it a surplus, and that surplus is what they use to do their charitable works with. So here we are, the definition for profit: total revenues. Now, revenues are sales, the amount of sales in a dollar value, less the total cost of production. And if your revenues are greater than costs, i.e. you get a positive number, then that's profit. So if we had $40,000 in sales revenues and $30,000 in costs, that would leave a profit of $10,000. Revenues minus costs. And if we are making a loss, then simply revenues are less than costs. 30,000 in sales, 30,000 in sales revenues, and 40,000 in costs leaves a loss of $10,000. Quite often, students will be talking about profits when they are meant to be talking about revenues. Revenues are just how much your organisation receives in terms of sales, but profits take into account the costs to be able to make those sales in the first place. Now, the functions of profit. Profit is a big incentive to produce. It provides the reward for risk takers. You can't make a profit without taking a risk, without quitting your day job, leaving your company, leaving the place you work for, and getting out there, starting your own business. And the reward for taking that sort of risk is profit. Now, profit also encourages invention and innovation. The most inventive, the most innovative products, the most inventive and innovative companies tend to be the ones that make the most profit. Profit also provides an indicator of growth. If your company's growing, we are assuming that your profits are growing as well. And profits are also a very, very good source of finance for your organization. Any profit made can either be returned to the owners or ploughed back, invested back into the company to grow it, start new projects, develop new products, bump up the marketing, give your employees, your poor employees, that well-deserved pay rise.